So I'm going to tell you a little secret about making money. We're going to talk about that little box right there and how it's made me a ton of money. New Year's resolution, you come out and you say, next year, I want to make a bunch of money. You've lost already. The game is over for you. The first step in making money is not caring about making money. It's understanding that you are playing a game. And your goal is to win that game, to be the best at what it is that you do. Now, in order to be the best at whatever it is you do, you need to enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy what you do, you can't fake your way to success. If you don't enjoy it, you're never going to be able to win that game. Tell you a quick story. When I was building up my bankroll to become a professional sports bettor, I was working 4 different jobs every single day of the week, 7 days a week, and then delivering pizzas at night. And one of the things I did very briefly, I sold cars, okay? And in selling cars, guys, my goal was to win the game, okay? Simple. I wasn't worried about the money. I was simply worried about, I need to sell more cars than anyone else. I need to find a way to become number one. And one of the people that I ran into was a guy by the name of Mears. Okay, he went by Mike, Macedonian gentleman, and he came onto the lot dressed like a guy that had $5 in his pocket, looking to buy a car. Our top sales guy back there, okay, I'm gonna say his name, we'll call him D. He went out and talked to this guy. He was up, okay, that's what you call in the car business, and up, you know, you're up next or whatever. And he talked to the guy for 2 or 3 minutes, and he brought the guy inside, and he goes, here's one of our best sales guys, Ryan. He's going to take care of you. I got an appointment coming in. So right away, I know that there's no shot in the world that D is going to give up a client who's going to buy a car. No shot in a million years, okay? So D hands Mears off to me, and he's looking at a very entry-level car where if we sell the thing at full pop, there's a $700 profit for the dealership, which means my end is going to be $150. I was going to get bare minimum $150. And you know what? You might have to spend hours. I don't care. Okay. It's about the game. It's about winning that day, winning the game long term. The money doesn't matter. You just put in the work and the money is a byproduct of it. So I got chatting with Mears, and he says, you know, we're looking at this car. We want like base standard, okay? Literally no air conditioning, okay? It was a Kia Rio, 2003. No air conditioning, roll up windows, 5-speed, base. So I go through the whole process with him, sell him this car. He buys it. I make my $150. So Mike, Mears, Mike, I'm calling him now, comes in to pick up the car, and in his Macedonian thick accent says like, Ryan, I know you got these deals on the minivans right now, cash deal. What if I bought 3 of them? Can you do any better? That's a buying question. You don't ask that unless you're a buyer. So again, these vans back in the day, like this is going back over 20 years, right? There was no money in these vans. So I told him, I'm like, you know what, maybe I get you some oil change or service plan, something like that. Lo and behold, the real story comes out, okay? Mike is the owner of a large fast food franchise. And I'm not talking about a location. I'm talking about the whole goddamn franchise, okay? So he does buy 3 vans off me, followed by a car for himself from another dealership we had, followed by 7 more cars. Over the next 9 months that I was at the dealership, he was one car after another, after another, after another. And why did I get that sale? Because I was simply playing the game, okay? I was not caring about the money. I knew that at the end of the day, hey, selling a car that was $9,000, which is what the old entry-level base Rio, Kia Rios cost, simply so they could advertise that we had a $9,000 car. I knew I wasn't going to make any money on that. I didn't care because I was playing the game, okay? Now, the guy D who passed the customer off to me, did he not go to the general manager after the fact and say, hey, that was my guy, I should get half the commission? Let me tell you what happened, okay? General manager 3 weeks later, fires the number one guy, fires that guy, D. He's gone, okay? I am now the number one dog. And from there, guys, never look back, okay? Never look back. There was 1 month out of the next 9 that I was there where I wasn't the top guy. Now, going back to New Year's resolution where you say to yourself, I want to be rich, I want to make a bunch of money, it's too vague. It is too vague. Find a game that you want to play and be the best at that game. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? If your game is to get a job in fast food, then be the best fucking guy ever at sweeping those floors. Win that game. Win that battle, and then win the next battle. And the one after that. So now I gotta leave you with this story. What I originally talked about in the video. This little white box right here. And how this white box is gonna make me a ton of money. So very simple. That is for the solar panels that I put on my roof. Now I'm not gonna come out here and tell you that I'm gonna become a multi-gazillionaire because I put solar panels on my roof. But I will tell you the last and final important thing that I'm gonna tell you now. There are a lot of people who go through life with blinders on. They go through life living their existence, just basically watching the things that are going on in their life. What I urge you to do is reprogram your brain, reprogram your eyes to look at every single thing in your life as an opportunity. And that is exactly what I did when I decided that I want to get solar on my roof. So I called around a few solar companies, went with a company that basically had the best reviews and sent me the most detailed response. And believe me, it was detailed. There was attachment after attachment after attachment. So I get chatting with them, ask a bunch of good questions, and the company, his top sales guy says, the president of the company wants to meet with you. He wants to talk about your needs. Right then, I was pretty much sold. So I had him over to my house and he listened. He listened for a long time. I was talking about my needs, my wants, what I want to get out of solar. And the whole time, all I could think about is how incredible this guy was, how incredible the company was, how incredible the process was. So I just asked him straight up. I said, look, I am interested in renewable energy, okay? I'm interested in wind, I'm interested in solar. Like, how could I get involved with what you guys are doing? Fast forward 2 hours later, and we had scribbled down on paper an agreement for me to buy 25% of his company with an additional 5% option. It took us about 2 months where we finalized all the details, worked out everything, and I now own 25% of a solar company with an additional 5% option down the road. And I invested as much in this president, this owner of this company, as I did in the actual product, despite the fact I was interested in getting involved in renewable energy. Now, since my investment in this company, they have been on absolute turbocharge mode, landing multiple massive developer contracts, some government contracts, and a shitload of residential. And the value of that has absolutely skyrocketed. And here's my point. Every conversation, everything you see out there is an opportunity. I've trained my brain the way that I think. When I drive down the road and I see an empty building, a lot of people might look at that empty building and think, oh, there used to be a Chuck E. Cheese in there. It's gone now. I guess they went out of business. That's not what I think. I think, what could I put in there that could make me money? Who do I know that could open something there that I could give them a little bit of money and they could like make that huge? Okay? Think about opportunities. There are opportunities every single day. People say to themselves, oh, I never have a good opportunity. But believe me, they are out there and they are in front of your face every single day. Every day I see an opportunity that I could take advantage of, but I pick and choose the ones that I feel are best. So rewire your brain, because simply having someone over to get a quote on solar has made me a shit ton more money, okay? Think about things long-term, guys. I wish you the best of luck.